Motorsport is going to win it, then Gilson. Motorsport 2 is going to be at the line. I think Cooper got it. NROL gets the win. He's going to go back-to-back in Las Vegas. Luke Rainey's going to win the race, but Caleb Campbell is our champion. Hello everybody and welcome here to Eldora for the heats for the Eldora MudBash. It's first time the Cup Series is on dirt, not a points race of course, replace the All-Star race basically, but it's definitely going to be one heck of a show here today. But main event is later these heats, just to get into the main event, as we are here in heat number 1 at Eldora. And at night, getting ready for these guys to get rolling off for the first time in dirt. Like I said, this is the first dirt race ever in the series, and it's definitely going to be a learning experience for everybody in the field. It's 30 laps around this half a mile dirt track, one of the most famous, if not the famous, dirt tracks in the world, if not the famousest. I don't think that's a word, but still well-known dirt track NASCAR Truck Series race here for the Cup cars. These Cup cars are going to be going around here at Eldora. Heat number 1. Now, before we get into it, like I said, 30 laps. Shouldn't be too long of a race. 30 laps for each heat. Top 15 in each race make the field, no last chance qualifier. You have to make it into the heats or else you're going home. And so a lot of stuff on the line. You're going to see a lot of these cars sliding around, getting the wall. But that is just what it is expected here at Eldora. No pit stops. I don't believe there will be any pit stops all weekend. Shouldn't be, at least, and definitely no pit stops in here. Heat number 1, it lines up the entire inside lane. It should. Heat number 2 lines up the outside, kind of like the duels at Daytona. Like I said, top 15 make it in, and the rest in the heat of the 25 car field, they're going home. And starting position in these heats, though, they depend on where you are in points right now. So Adam Lewis, he starts on pole for heat number 1, and if you win this heat, you're going to be able to start in the front row here at Eldora. Sorry about that cut right there. Let's get right into the starting lineup. On the pole is points leader, of course, Adam Lewis. He will lead them in heat number 1. Let's see if he can make the race, of course. Outside of him, I believe third in points is Roger Ray. Looking for a good run here at Eldora as well. Race Burley Tube starts in third with Danny Plays, the first rookie in the field. He starts in 4th. In 5th, it's Nathan Stapleton. 6th, Luke Rainey. 7 is Galadani. 8th, Ben Crouch. 9th, Mike Pantone. Right now, the top 10, I believe, is Tristan Beckett in the 06. Christian Parker, Grayson Thompson, Ryan Isip, Spencer Davis, Jonathan Wong, Jake Jefferson, Jeremy Wales, Al Agassi, Jazane Rana, John Dubeck, Derek Ick, and Van Glenn. And part-timers running out the field, Dylan Mills, Jimmy John, and Carter Friesen. They all run part-time, but they can still make the race, but they have to start in the back since they are not really calculating points, of course. So that's the starting lineup for heat number 1. It's going to be interesting. Like I said, top 15 will make it into the main event. And it's no prize for winning heat 1, but well, I guess there's a prize. You get to start on pole for the race if you win this race, this heat race. How about we go down for a command? This command, but here we go. Everybody rolling off. Going to be a very quick pace lap here since This track only half a mile, shortest track we've gone to, I believe. Pace car gonna go in right here. Lewis Ray lead the field, first race on dirt in the Cup Series. Green flag is out. Who will win heat number 1? In the wall off the corner, Adam Lewis, and you see these cars already sliding around. Like I said, this is basically a new experience for everybody in this race. Besides a little bit of practice and testing, of course. It's the first time racing. Honduras, Spurley gets the lead now. Ray falling back as you see the inside lane. Definitely where you want to be. Very close right there between Ray and Downey. They make some quarter panel contact. They're going 3 wide off the corner. Might make some contact between teammates right there. They're going 3 wide back here. Spurley tube up the track. This time leaves the door open, wide open for Adam Lewis, but Lewis's teammate gets down there. It's Spencer Davis. To 30 laps, not the longest race, of course, and these laps, they go by very quick. As now Davis is through to the lead. You see a lot of people getting to the wall. Now Downey going for the lead. And that is just what is expected here. And sometimes you can even get runs off that last corner if you do get the wall, if you're lucky enough. But Davis definitely wasn't there. They're getting really tight back here with Lewis and Ray, who started on the front row. Look at Jimmy John, he's already up here. And he started, I believe, almost in the last row. Jonathan Wong as well, but he's falling back. Dylan Mills too, he's up here inside the top 3. I did not see him come up through the field, but he is there. Ray now trying to get back together. 16. Like here's Lewis continues to fall just a bit. We'll have to see who is currently in the cutoff right now. I believe it is Carter Friesen, who's in the last transfer position right now. Jake Jefferson. It'd be a bit of an upset if he didn't make it. Or Christian Parker, for that matter. Or Rana, or Rainey. He's falling back a lot. Looks like he got some back end damage on the 24. For the lead now, still battling. It's been Spencer Davis, Gatlin, Downey so far. Downey gets the wall pretty hard right there. Here comes Downey's teammate, though. Part-time driver Dylan Mills. Might be going for the lead. Side by side right there, very close to the line. We could see a finish like that, but we have to see. Getting very close to halfway, of course. This race is going to go by really quick. See, Rainey's got some back end damage. I'm not too sure what happened to the 24, if he got in an incident or what. Right now it's a pretty big battle. Looks like the 50 might hold the last transfer spot right now. But Jay Jefferson, he's trying to come up through the field. Look at Michael Canto, he's been falling back a ton. Whoa, look out. Oh, I thought they might have wrecked. That came close right there. New Jefferson's gone up here. Lewis has been falling. It's a big, big battle. Everybody wants to get in this race and have a chance at the prize. 10 playoff points. That is worth 2 wins. Basically, is Dylan Mills. He's now in the lead. Surprisingly, he's gone caution-free so far. You see he gets the wall right there, but you see you can get a run off the corner if you do get the wall if you're lucky enough. Mills running a bit wide. Rana now he's finally coming up through here. Lagacy behind him. Lagacy has not had the best start off to his season. Whoa, Lewis and 07 get very close, and there goes Lewis into the wall. With Rana and Stapleton, 3 very big contenders into it. Oh my goodness. That shakes things up a bit. Lewis might not make the main event. Where is he right now? Currently 21st. Stapleton as well. Carter Friesen. I'm not too sure who holds the last transfer spot right now. Lewis Michael Canto. That changes everything. Lewis, who's currently got the most playoff points right now, I believe of 23. He's got 2 wins this season, but it looks like he isn't going to be able to make the race. So that car's falling off now. Let's compare lap times. Definitely. This Mills now, he's pulling away. Definitely showing he's got a good car and a good car to beat. He's a part-timer. Started way in the back, of course. But he just has an incredible car today, it looks like. So we have passed halfway. Still got 10 laps to go in this race. I don't think anybody's going to be able to catch Mills. It looks like this is his race. It looks like will be able to start on the front row for the Eldora MudBash. And that number 95, the Schwartz Racing. They're going to be trying to get 1-2 there, but Spencer Davis there to contest that, but the caution comes out, and it's Luke Rainey. And it looks like Carter Friesen as well, teammates. And I believe Luke Rainey already got damaged in a previous incident. He wasn't able to get back up there. And now he's definitely not going to be able to make it. And I believe that sets us up for another restart though. So maybe this isn't Mills' race. But he does got his teammate behind him, but you know, everybody wants to start in that front row. Everyone's gonna wanna say they won a race at Eldora at least. But fortunate for the 42-24 teammates, they get into it. Let's take a look at what brought out the caution for the first time here in Eldora. Okay, this starts basically right here. Luke Rainey, 42 really slides up, really messes up the corner, lets the door open for Luke Rainey, but Van Glen is also to his inside, and Rana there basically going 4 wide with 24, just not enough room, and they get clipped. I believe 42 goes and hits the inside wall, and I could have swore, did he get hit again? No. Could have swore he was sideways across the start-finish line. But yeah, tough break right there. They were both outside the top 15, but still. And 42 gonna hit that inside wall, almost hits that opening head on, and he gets the 98 as well. Carter Friesen. I believe he's only made one or two starts this season. From a different camera angle. Yeah, that could have been a lot worse for that 42. It's still a very, very hard hit. Because there was an opening right there and he almost hit that. It's a racing deal with these guys. We're now out of room here in the dirt. Like I said, learning experience for most of these guys. And just gotta know, just trying to figure out what you can and can't do here at Eldora. But before we go back, I want to see what gave Luke Rainey his back end damage. I believe this is what happened to give the 24 back end damage. 34 way out wide. This is all the way back to lap 4. He gets into him, and they both get the wall pretty hard, and I believe that is what damages that 24. How about we go on board with him for this one? You can barely see anything most of the time, but just trying to dig, and gets into him right there, gets into Grayson Thompson. Alright, we're going to have a late race restart. Not many laps to go. Can anybody get around Mills? We're going to have to find out. Going back to Eldora, nobody out because of that wreck, but 24-42 definitely have a lot of damage. Mills is going to lead us to the green flag. Currently, for the transfer spot right now, the last person who would get in would be Jay Jefferson, Derek Ick, Grayson Thompson, Van Glen, Shazane Rana, and Nate Stapleton all back there as well. Rana and Stapleton are back there because of that incident that you saw before. Gonna restart with 3 to go. Mills, can he hang on for just 3 more laps here at Eldora? We'll find out. Green flag back in the air. Will he be able to hold on to his front row position? As he's definitely had the car to beat today. So look out, don't want to make any mistakes here, laying the running, look out for his teammate, Gatlin down, there you see, even if you get the wall right there, you can get a pretty good run off the corner, and it's looking like Mills going to be able to pull back away. Definitely showing that he is one to watch out for to win those 10, he can't even, he's one to look out for to win the Eldora MudBash, but since he's part-time, he can't even use it. But hey, he's trying to pull off an upset, as he will win heat number 1 here at Eldora. And who gets the last transfer spot? I believe it was Derek Ick, and Michael Canto falls out right at the end. Jay Jefferson, he gets 10th, he makes it. But Derek Ick, he pulls off a little bit of an upset as well, and he makes it in to the into the main event. Derek Ick, and even knocks Michael Canto, Shazane Rana, Bryson Thompson, Van Glenn, Nathan Stapleton, John Dubeck, Adam Lewis, your points leader, Ren Isep, Luke Rainey, and Carter Friesen all are going home. And Adam Lewis, notables there, Adam Lewis, Luke Rainey, Nathan Stapleton, all up there in points, and they're not going to have a shot at the 10 playoff points. Another upset, of course, Dylan Mills wins heat number 1. Part-time driver started way in the back. Spencer Davis is able to get second, but Mills, run part-time, won't even be able to use those 10 playoff points, but he's showing that he could be the one to beat. Let's take a look at your finishing results, of course. Here's the full field right here. Your people that are in are Dylan Mills, he starts on the front row, Spencer Davis, Gatlin Downey, Jimmy John, Jeremy Wales, Riley Spurley Tube, Jonathan Wong, Roger Ray, Tristan Beckett, Jay Jefferson, Al Agassi, Danny Blaze, Christian Parker, Ben Crouch, and Derek Ick. They're all into the main event through heat number 1. They line up the inside row. Alright, so now I'll see you guys for heat number 2 coming up right here. Welcome back to Eldora for heat number 2 to make it into the Eldora MudBash main event at Eldora. Now, heat number 2 has all the people in points who are even numbers, of course. Jake Hoover, he's second in points, and he will start on the front row for heat number 2. And yeah, again, 30 laps, basically the same as last event. Now we'll have to see. Now. Most of these guys probably watched heat number 1. Will we see a bit cleaner racing now that some people know what to do? We'll have to find out, of course. But a couple more familiar faces in this field, definitely. Got Jake Hoover, Caleb Campo, Alexander Rowe, Eric Monaco, Quentin Moore, Johnny Gardner back there, Nick Smith, Rob Evans. A lot of familiar faces in this field, and it probably might be even more competitive than the last field. But heat number 1 definitely was very interesting. Some upsets. Dylan Mills won the race. He'll start on the front row. Who will join him on the front row? To find out, Derek Ick got the last transfer spot, beat out Michael Canto. And we'll have to see what this heat has in store for us. Again, 30 laps to make it into the main event. Top 15 make it in. 25 cars, line them up. And it is going to be interesting, probably. How about we get into our starting lineup? And starting on pole, of course, Jake Hoover, second in points right now, so he starts on pole. Like I said, in heat number 1, probably a learning experience for most of these guys. Of course, that's the first time they're racing under Nick Smith. He starts outside of him. Then you got third, Caleb Campbell. Fourth, Rob Evans. I'm surprised he's been able to hang up in top of the points, actually. I kind of forgot he was up there, but hey, he is. But someone I am also surprised is still up there. He starts 5th this race. Eli Bright, who's 10th in points right now. He's been really consistent so far in that team. Not one of the best teams, definitely, but he's shown that he can be consistent enough to stay in the top 10 points. Might be able to hang on to a chase spot if he can keep it up. Outside him, though, Alexander Rowe, he starts 6th. Definitely a force to be reckoned with in this series. 7th, Eric Monaco, who hasn't had the best season so far, definitely compared to last season, where he got hit a win, I believe, in the 3rd race of the season, or the 2nd one, I believe, at Michigan. But with the new team that he owns now, sponsored by Dow, he's just not had the best luck as before, but he's still up there in points, of course. And all of a sudden, him, James Fisher, I believe, starts 7th. I believe 8th. And then 9th, I believe, Johnny Gardner. Teammates here, Johnny Gardner, Quentin Moore, they start 9th and 10th, I believe. Johnny Gardner also switched to a new team this season. He I don't think he's had the best starts to the season. Same with his teammate, team owner, Quentin Moore. But I believe they'll probably be able to find their speed eventually. Johnny Gardner, Quentin Moore, 2 drivers that made the chase last season. Quentin Moore made the Final 4. Johnny Gardner made it to the round of 8. And, yeah, the rest of the field here, Mike Sparks, Roy Singh, Isaac Redmond, Jonathan Rains, Daniel Williams, last race winner at Charlotte. This is not a points race, of course, but he's still shown that he is definitely going to be one to look out for this season, but he's still 30th in points right now, so he starts in the back, but expect him to climb up there pretty soon. Outside him, Austin Rogers, who has not had the best season compared to last season at least. And Andrew Miller, Josh Dixon, Ryan Lee, and Steven Thompson, who's just not had the luck. He's definitely shown speed, but he has not had the luck. And he's currently last out of all the char drivers, and inside of him, Ryan Lee. Then Costa Ackerman is the last of the full-time drivers, and it's the rest of the part-time drivers: Derek Hamill, Johnny Gardner, Derek Edison. Rounding the field, Brad Stover. He has yet to make a race yet. He's the only person who hasn't made a race yet, but that's probably because the only race he's attempted so far is Daytona. He will attempt this race, but it won't really count as a start since it's not really a points race. But we'll have to see if he can even make the main event. I believe the next points race he's going to try to attempt is Old Spice, and that is a little bit away still from now on. But we are in the little swing we have with the road course and super speedways. Old Spice is coming up definitely. But yeah. So how about we've gone over the field? Let's go over let's go down for a command. This command again, but that's alright. Like I said, probably another quick race, I'm assuming. Jake Cooper and Nick Smith line them up. Who are going to be the 15 next drivers that will make this heat? Will make the main event. We'll have to find out. Pace car gonna go in. Very quick down that pit lane. Jake Cooper, Smith leads the way. Green flag is in the air here for heat number 2 at Eldora. Leading lap number 1 is Jake Cooper, pulled away a bit from Nick Smith, who did not get the best of restarts. Definitely leaves the door wide open for Caleb Campbell, and he's falling back now quite a bit. Rob Evans, though, he looks for second on Caleb Campbell. Eric Monaco also into the picture, as it's almost Chevy right now. And now it's about to be Chevy. Okay. Okay. Anyway, Jake Hoover is holding the lead for now. Eric Monaco, these guys right on his bumper, of course. Jonathan Rains, he's coming up through here. Campbell sliding up track of that high lane, really not looking like. I mean, last race high lane was looking a little bit decent, but right now it's not looking too strong. A lot of people sliding up. Contact there between the 43, and they go around. Smith goes around into the wall and collects Campbell a little bit. He gets some damage. That's going to bring out the caution the first time in heat number 2, and that didn't take long. I forgot to even bring out the ticker. Hoover going to lead him back. Jonathan Rains in second. And Nick Smith running inside the top 10, I believe, and he goes around squeezing up with the 46. Just Mikhail Campo is also cost him a lot of positions. And that is, yeah, well, like I said, learning experience for most of these guys, first time on dirt. And that's just not going to happen. I believe they just got locked together and couldn't get around. It looks like Nick Smith, he's got a lot of damage because of that. And I caution already, like I said, didn't even get to pull the ticker up. Let's take a quick replay of what happened right there. It's coming off the corner. Nick Smith made it 3 wide. They come up, they get locked together right there off the corner, and the 43 slides up. And just nothing neither of them could do there. Just 43 sliding up. There wasn't enough room. Look at from here, there's a lot of dirt though, you can barely see anything. And it's just get locked together, and Smith, it gives him quite a bit of damage there. So we're running inside the top 10. Let's go on board Caleb Campbell in this. Last season's champion, first time on dirt. And he already gets into it right there. It looks like we had an incident right there between Roy Singh, and he gets him in. That's another Caleb Campo Motorsports car, and he gets into Isaac Redmond right there. I did not see that. But it looks like it's kind of like checking up. He gets into the 64 and the 81s there, and they go around. 64 almost did exactly what Carter Friesen did in last heat. But I believe he's able to avoid the inside wall this time. And 36, he gets a bit of damage in that as well. Jake Hoover led him back. Let's take a look at the restart. Going back to Eldora, nobody out because of that incident, of course. Jake Hoover led every lap so far, only 10 laps into this. As we are, like I said, this race is going to be fairly short, as we're already only 6 laps away from halfway. Jake Hoover leads, Jonathan Rain second, Rob Evans third, Eli Bright, Mike Sparks are top 5. And you see right there, if Caleb Campbell went down pit road to repair damage, we'll have to see if we can come back from the back of the pack to try and make this race. Remember, you just gotta finish top 15 and you'll be in. Anyway, green flag back in the air here at Eldora. Jake Hoover definitely showing he knows how to race these dirt tracks. It looks like he's currently second in points right now. He would definitely could use those 10 playoff points that you get by winning this race. While they are effective immediately, definitely not. But once again, those those 10 playoff points, they can be very, very valuable. Caleb Campbell was kind of falling off pace. It looks like might have another upset of somebody not making it. As Lewis, he missed out last time. It looks like Caleb Campbell looks like the damage is hurting that car a bit. But he did just have his fastest lap time right there. But it is not. Oh yeah. He is tied for the slowest lap time with Alexander Rowe, though. Alexander Rowe not looking very terribly fast, but he's running inside the must be running consistent lap times. He made some very close contact with Eric Blanco there, but he must be running some consistent lap times. He's been able to hang it inside the top 10 for this race so far. Brad Stover, he's inside the top 10. Looks like he might be able to run the main event. Another part-timer. Makes some contact with Gardner right there. Gardner checks up. Got a big battle right here as Reigns, he's just not been letting that 41 get away. We already got another caution on the racetrack, and it's the 2 again. And it's Campbell and Smith again. And I can't imagine what that's all about. I'm not too sure if that is we made some contact right there with a couple of leaders. I can't imagine. Was that retaliation? I'm not sure. I thought it was a racing incident, but maybe one of these guys didn't. They were both going around. Maybe 43 went around, the 46 just got caught up in it because I thought the 36 had damage. And caution once again sets us up for a late race restart once again. This heat's been a bit of a wreck fest, and it's kind of making this heat a lot shorter than I thought it would be. Let's take a look at what happened now. I'm not too sure what happened. I think the 43 and the 46 getting into it was just a bit of a coincidence there. I believe the damage has probably hurt that 43 car a bit, and he just slides up right in the 36, and he just collects the 46. Caleb Campbell. This does not have the race he's wanted, and it's not looking like he's going to make it. It's just a coincidence that those two got into it again. 43 slides up in the 36. 43 probably not handling the way he wants it to. Nick Smith. Caleb Campbell just gets collected. These cars slide around a lot. It's hard to kind of hard to avoid some stuff like that. Going over Nick Smith as well in this. Alright, that sets us up for a late race restart. Jake Hoover, he's led every lap in this heat so far. Let's see if he can hang on. Going back here, still nobody out of the race. With all these cautions, I've kind of forgotten to check who's on the cut right now. We're going to restart with about 7 or 6 laps to go. Jake Hoover, he's led every lap so far. Can he hang on? But all these cautions, like I said, I've kind of forgotten to check. And the 15th spot right now is currently held by the 32, Derek Edison right now. We'll have to see how it shakes up because Austin Rogers' teammate, he might want to make it in. Roy Singh trying to come back from that incident before. And there you see, 32 slides up. We could have a battle here for this transfer spot as Rogers now gets it. And we see Roy Singh come back from the incident. Oh, they make get a little bit dirty on the dirt. Trying to get that transfer spot. We'll have to see, though, as we can still have somebody fall out of the top 10 as well. But Jake Hoover, he is just pulling away right now. That car looking very good. He started on pole for this heat, and it looks like he'll be able to have a spot on the outside row from the blimp, and the caution's already out. That's going to end the race. On a big incident, and that's what I said. That was a couple of top 15 guys right there. Johnny Gardner, Daniel Williams. And that shakes things up a ton because these guys, all people, Daniel Williams, Johnny Gardner, they were both up there and now they're all torn to pieces. That's going to end the race early. Pretty good metaphor for this race so far. Been a wreck fest, and that might, I believe that gives Ryan Lee the last transfer spot. It looks like that is the case. And again, all of these guys, Johnny Gardner, John Gilbert, Derek Campbell, and Daniel Williams all got caught up in a wreck. Just a couple laps left, and it looks like it was looking like Gardner and Williams, they're going to be able to hang on to a transfer spot, but now isn't looking like it. Definitely not. But Jake Hoover will have to. He's definitely going to win this duel, this heat. I mean, just got to get around a lap and a half now. It's just been a wreck fest, and he's led every single lap. But now I have to see what What the heck happened on that lap number 26? Okay, I think it starts all the way in turn 4 of 39, getting the 67. They go down. He hits the 17. Johnny Gardner trying to save it. He slides up, barely clips 39. 31 gets collected, and all those guys running inside the top 15 get wrecked right there. And it's just unfortunate. Just a racing incident right there. 17. He slides down, tries to save it, but he just slides up. And the 31 gets collected. Pretty hard hit for those guys. And a couple torn up cars. Biggest wreck of the night. Look at it from TV2 as well. The 31's hit right here. Boom. And he gets hit around. John Gilbert not going to be able to make the race. His 31 machine. Ford. Yeah. Just a racing incident between the 17, 39. Just comes up, clips him. And 32 piles in there and gets the 93 around. Let's go on board here with Daniel Williams, last race winner. It looks like he's not going to be able to make the main event here in the Eldora MudBash. That car all torn up. Go on board with Derek Campbell in this. Just nothing he could do there, and he gets spun around. Luke Campbell. Last on board here with John Gilbert. You can barely see anything right there, and then that wreck in front, and the 39 just back end comes out, and nothing you could do there. Well, now let's see, as Jake Hoover bring him back to the caution flag, let's see if he just has no issues for the this next lap and a half. All back here, Eldora. 41 leads us, I believe, 2 cars out because of the incident. Jake Hoover's going to win on a caution. Derek Edison and John Gilbert both out because of that incident. And Jake Hoover, he is going to win heat number 2. And who gets the last transfer spot? It is Ryan Lee, I think. I'm not sure. I believe it is Ryan Lee. Oops. Paused it. Yes. Ryan Lee gets the last transfer spot here at Eldora in the heat number 2. How about that for him? And like I said, heartbreak for the 39, 93, 17 others. Caleb Campo, Nick Smith as well. But Jake Hoover definitely showing he's got a car to beat as well here, Eldora. As he wins heat number 2, Mills won heat number 1. Let's take a look at your full finishing results. It is Jake Hoover, Jonathan Rains, Mike Sparks, Rob Evans, Eli Bright, Quentin Moore, Alexander Rowe, Brad Stover, Eric Monaco, James Fisher, Austin Rogers, Mikasa Ackerman, Josh Dixon, Roy Singh, and Ryan Lee, all advancing into the Eldora MudBash. Cars missing out. A couple of notables, of course, Stephen Thompson, Isaac Redmond, Andrew Miller, Nick Smith, Caleb Campo, Johnny Gardner, Derek Campbell, Dale Williams, John Gilbert, Derek Ederson, Gilbert, Williams, Hamill, Gardner, all involved in that last incident as well, of course. And just heartbreak for those guys. They were all in transfer positions. So a lucky break for people like Roy Singh, Ryan Lee, Casa Ackerman, Ackerman had an incredible save, and Roy Singh went around in that incident before they are both able to make it in. And yeah, that's that. So the field is set here for the Eldora MudBash, and I will see you on Monday for the main event at Eldora. Who is going to win those 10 playoff points? We'll find out on Monday. See you guys then.